Donald Trump wasted no time mocking Bill Gates after the billionaire admitted that climate change will not lead to humanity's demise in a memo released yesterday. He wrote, "Although climate change will have serious consequences, particularly for people in the poorest countries, it will not lead to humanity's demise. People will be able to live and thrive in most places on Earth for the foreseeable future." He then went on to highlight the biggest problem for humanity, saying, "Although climate change will hurt poor people more than anyone else, for the vast majority of them it will not be their only or even biggest threat to their lives and welfare. The biggest problems are poverty and disease, just as they always have been." Gates went on to explain his position on CNBC.
Climate is a super important problem. There's enough innovation here to avoid super bad outcomes. We won't achieve our best goal, the 1.5 or even the 2 degrees. And as we go about trying to minimize that, we have to frame it in terms of overall human welfare.
But Donald Trump was not having it. The President of the United States blasted the billionaire for his backflip on climate change via a Truth Social post that read, we just won the war on the climate change hoax. Bill Gates has finally admitted that he was completely wrong on the issue. It took courage to do so, and for that we are all grateful. MAGA. A group who will not be happy with this news are the climate change activists. People like Greta Thunberg and her friends who have spent their lives campaigning for climate change awareness off the back of Bill Gates' alarmism. Gates became uncomfortable when quizzed about the potential pushback from activists.
When the climate activists who have been very supportive of what you've done and you've been very supportive of what they've done read this, and if Greta Thunberg is reading this and saying to herself, "My goodness, he seems like he is reversing himself," what would you tell her?
I'd say, wasn't the goal here to improve human lives?
Online commentators were livid at the backflip, with this person saying, "In a stunning reversal, Bill Gates now says climate change will not lead to humanity's demise. Oh, so do we get a refund of all the obscure taxes and regulations he and his cabal foisted on us under the false banner of saving the planet? What a total con job." The backflip comes after years of demonization towards so-called climate skeptics. This commentator said, "This is a huge victory. Bill Gates and the climate change alarmists are finally admitting humans will be just fine. Truth tellers were demonized for years for saying the extremism was unwarranted, but even with massive censorship, the data keeps proving that human activity isn't causing the planet to combust. The conspiracy theorists remain undefeated." And the Free Press journalist Lucy Biggers agrees.
Bill Gates has finally admitted that climate doomerism is a mistake, after years of saying stuff like this.
The world emits over 51 billion tons of greenhouse gases. And as we keep doing that, the consequences for human life will be catastrophic. And time is running out.
Bill Gates now says this: climate change will not lead to humanity's demise. People will be able to live and thrive in most places on Earth for the foreseeable future. Climate realists like Judith Curry, Steve Koonin, Michael Schellenberger, Alex Epstein, Roger Pike Jr., and Bjorn Lomborg have been saying this exact thing for years, that climate change is not an existential threat, and that the singular obsession with carbon emissions has distracted us from solving real problems. But those scientists and writers were ostracized. They were censored on social media, protested, and in some cases, pushed out of their jobs. They were mocked as climate deniers for saying the same thing Bill Gates is finally admitting today. I'm glad Bill Gates has come around to common sense. Yes, the planet is warming, but it's not the biggest problem we face, and it's something humans are more than capable of adapting to.